everyone, this is Lori from the Crafting Auntie. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd bring you along with me as I create this cute little project. It is made out of Carolyn Musings ATCs, and it's all about the birth of Christ. And I had this thought to kind of make a project sort of like one of those flip over calendars. And so I have decided that I want to put these back to back with some cardstock in between. And then I'll show you what I'll be using to create the flip over. Now the cardstock itself is, I believe it's 2 3/8 by 3 3/8. And then the ATCs, it has a little border on them. So I'll be gluing one to the front and one to the back. So I'm showing you here what I'm going to be doing. I'll give you a correction on the size of the cardstock. It's 2 5/8 by 3 5/8. And so I'm going to be using Vintage Photo Distress ink. And I'll be distressing all of the ATC cards, but not the cardstock itself. So that's what I'm doing here. I've already put these kind of in the order I want. And it's all about the birth of Christ, various scriptures, various scenes of the manger. And so I've kind of put them in an sort of an order that I want them to be. So now that I've inked up the edges, I'm going to use art glitter glue, and I'm going to glue one to the front and one to the back. And with this flip over, they both need to be the same direction, upright. So one would not go upside down and one would not go right side up is my point on that. So they would both go the same direction, because as the flip over works and you turn it around to see the other side, it will be upright. So I'm gluing these on, and I'm realizing I want a little bit more at the top. So I'm kind of pushing it down a little bit as far to the bottom as possible, leaving that little bit extra at the top, which is where we will put the holes in to create this little flip over. So I'm just turning it directly over, and then I'm gluing on this side. So now you'll see it back to back. So I'll do one more, and then I'll go off camera and I'll do all the rest of them. So again, gluing toward the bottom as close as possible, leaving that extra top part for the holes. I could have made the cardstock that goes in between just a little bit larger, and if I were to do this project or with these or any others, I definitely would do that. I would increase the length at least to give a little bit more room at that top area. I found it was a little close when I was putting in the rings that we'll be using to create the flip over. Okay, so that's the way they'll go. So I'll finish these. Okay, so I have them all put together, and then you'll kind of see what they look like. These are the ATCs from the Christmas ATC kit from Carolyn Musing. I think I used all of them. I may have a couple that I didn't use just because of the thickness of it, but you can see they're all centered around the birth of Christ. So the reason why I didn't ink the outside edge of the cardstock is because I wanted to use a vintage gold, and this is a wax. It's a gilding wax, and I get it off of Amazon, and this is the vintage gold color, and so I'm just adding it to all the edges. It's kind of hard to see in the camera, but I am adding it to all of the edges of the cardstock. And just use your finger, spread it around, add as little or as much as you want to. It dries rather quickly, and it smells good too. So you get a good scent when you're using it. So I'll be doing the front and the back of all of these cards to give it just kind of a Christmassy gold, vintage gold look on the edges. And just take your time on this. Just get it the way you want it. Like I said, you can add as little or as much as you want. So in the camera, you're probably not seeing too much of it, but it does work out really nicely. Okay, so I have all the gilding wax on. You can kind of see the shimmering of it. And now we're going to put together our little flip over. I'm just making sure I have them all kind of the way I had them and in the direction. And then I'm using this set of rings. There's 3 to each set, and they're all connected, so it makes for stability. And then what I'm going to do is line it up and use a pencil and just mark where I need to make the holes. So I'm going to do that on each of these. So there'll be 3 holes at the top. I'm using the smallest setting on my crocodile, and I'm just going to punch those holes. Now this is where I would add at least maybe another 1/4 inch just to give it a little bit more room for those holes. And that's what I found out when I was creating this, because I was just kind of making it up as I went along. I knew what I wanted to do, but I wasn't exactly sure how to get there completely. And so I'm just going to check to make sure that it goes on okay, and it does. So the small setting is fine. So you can kind of get the feel how these work. I'm just checking both sides. And then I'll take the next one and I'll mark the holes and with a pencil, and then I'll punch them. And I'll do that for all of these. Now that they're all punched, I've put them onto the ring. And I found I got them a little out of order, but it didn't matter. It came out really cool, and I was happy. So it will stand up. Just spread them apart a little bit. And then each one should flip over. And if I had a little extra room up there, it probably would have been better. But I think it came out kind of cute. And each day you could always, flip it over and have a reminder of what the season coming up is all about. Christ's birth. Trying to show you each side. So it came out to be a fun little project, and I had a lot of fun creating it. Hopefully you'll go out and check out Carolyn Musings shop. These are the Christmas ATCs. There is these ATC size, and there's circles also. And I saw another video on those. And yeah, they're just beautiful. And I thought, what a fun thing to do as a separate kind of project. So I plan on keeping this on my desk, and then I can enjoy it each day during our Christmas season, and remembering what it is all about, which is Christ being born to us. So this is my little project for the day. I'm just going to be doing some small little projects on my channel coming up. And so I thought I would share this little flip over ATC advent. It's kind of like an advent. And so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Maybe you'll give it a try. Check out Carolyn's shop. And then you can also find the link to the rings on the description below. And I'll also have Carolyn's shop also below. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Give it a try. You guys have a great day. God bless you all, and we'll see you at the next video. Bye.